What's up, Buck? Hey, as soon as I finish this, if you want to play fucking, I'm off today, so if you want to play some Sea of Thieves later, I'm fucking down for some PvP. I want to finish this shit. I should be done. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore in this.
You're joking,
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope.
down too.
Don't tell me you've done that.
Really?
I've been
How
wanting
do
to
you
fucking
expect
play
me to
this,
guess?
Oh,
and
for
it's
God's
just
sake,
like, now
just
it's
ask
so
them.
fucking slow, but now I'm involved. It sucks. Now I
Well-
don't know what fucking happens, but I don't even care what happens.
Pity, but I've got no time to lose.
I gotta find my mother. Find
So,
the
my
killer,
son, what
and I
can
don't
we
even
do
know-
for you?
Yeah, I'm fucking invested in this goddamn thing.
I was wondering if you might have seen an object like this here at the manor.
And I need to
What
shit
are you
off
playing
some
at,
fucking rust
Richet?
and Sea
I'm
of
afraid I
Thieves.
can't help you, my
What's up,
son.
milkman?
Ask someone who knows the manor better than I do. One of the servants,
What's up,
for example.
Milky?
One of them is bound to help you.
Thank you for your advice, Your Eminence.
Please leave us, monsieur. His Eminence and I wish to finish our discussion alone.
I don't even care what happens in this game anymore. I just want it over. I even blame my mother for the murder. Oh no. And it didn't do shit. Fuck. I did. I completely blamed my mother. It was the wrong choice, but
Leave us now.
get out of the way. Fucker, I'm trapped. How the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, find the origin of the sword left by my mother. Yes, this chick got fucking killed in here, and I just blame my mother. I'm like, she's missing. My mother's missing, so I just blamed her. And she's supposed to be my, like, detective teammate. So I threw her ass under the bus.
Leave us now.
Yes. Never trust a fucking Catholic priest.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Find the origin of the sword left by your mother. That's gotta be Napoleon. Napoleon had a sword. I cannot wait to delete this off my fucking hard drive. Hey, Buck. I found something better than fucking coffee, dude. You know G Fuel and shit like that, right? I found shit better than G Fuel. It's GG, good game, energy. Dude, you want to be like hyped all fucking day? If you get a chance, try some. It's GG energy, dude. It is fucking, dude. I woke up like 20 minutes ago and I'm halfway through my thing and I'm telling you, this shit is badass. He uses coffee beans, but green coffee beans. It's like I drank 4 cups of coffee. It's fucking insane. Yeah, it's GG, and there's a ton of fucking streamers that. So like, if you use Minx, MINX, I think you'll get. Yeah, it's like liquid. I'm telling you, dude, and it'll you get like 20% off or some shit. Not that I'm trying to promote other streamers. Well, fuck it, I don't care. But I'm telling you, GG Energy, dude, it is insane. And I've been on G Fuel and like fucking rain and all that shit for forever. And GG kicked my ass the first time I took it. Alright, I gotta find this fucking sword. I feel like I'm waiting for Tom Hanks to come out in Angels and Demons. Did I get in this room yet?
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms. Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
I have no clue what that means.
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
I'm telling you, this dude. Fuck.
Could you tell me where this sword comes from, please?
Certainly, sir. How did such a sword come into sir's hands?
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Buck. Can I sub to your channel yet? Are you an affiliate yet? I saw you stream one day. I came in, but you were like focused, so you didn't see me.
My good man, I'm afraid you're overstepping your role. You're the one who's supposed to be giving the answers,
get you,
not
brother.
me.
Naturally, I hope that sir will forgive me. If I were sir, I would look in the garden. This sword looks like it's from the garden statues.
And how can I get into the garden?
There are two ways, sir. The first
I was
way
in
to
there.
get to the
I
garden
was in there watching
is
you
by the
stream, and
hall,
then,
between the conference
yeah,
room
you didn't-
and the portrait
yeah.
gallery. The second way is directly through the portrait gallery.
If I didn't have
So I would
fucking
just
four
have to
monitors,
go
man,
out by
would-
the
it would be
French
hard to,
windows.
like, watch
Thank you,
the
my
chat
good
and
man.
the game. What the fuck is this? What is? I don't even know.
Could you tell me where this sword comes from, please?
Certainly, sir.
And dude, the
How did such a
watermelon-
sword come into sir's hands?
Watermelon ice for GG energy is it? Yeah, that's top shit.
My good man, I'm afraid you're overstepping your role.
And they send you a little
You're the one who's supposed to be
fucking
giving the
shapes and
answers,
all that shit,
not
too.
me.
Naturally, I hope that sir will forgive me. If I were sir, I would look in the garden. This sword looks like it's from the garden statues.
And how can I get into the garden?
There are two ways, sir. The first way to get to the garden is by the hall, between the conference room and the portrait gallery. The second way
that
is directly through the portrait gallery. So I would just have to go out by the French windows.
Thank you, my good man.
All right, so where the fuck? How the fuck? So it's the next level up. I need to go up. Right? Wait, where am I? Okay, I'm right there. Is it down? First floor garden. The fuck is it? It looks like I gotta go up. That's underground. Exterior, the garden. I'm on the first floor, so I gotta go down. Fuck are those down steps again? So that's the exit. So I'm on the first floor, right? dude, I'm gonna be so rusty at Sea of Thieves. Holy shit. It's all fucking close. Yeah. Oh, dude, we were a terror in that game.
The sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
Fat chick. I knew it. I knew that fucking thing on the floor. There was a maze on the floor, and I'm guaranteed it's the same fucking thing as here.
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete.
Dude, you remember? I wish I would have saved that video. Do you remember that little kid that came in and started fucking telling stories about his mom's boyfriend? Like, I remember all that shit. Some of the best times I had in fucking Sea of Thieves, dude. That shit was.
I seem to recall that her fate was not something you'd want.
Sat there and did a little
She was
campfire
punished
and
for the
he was
sins of her
telling stories,
husband.
and then fucking
She had to mate with
Gunner
the sacred
and
bull
his
of Poseidon.
fucking baby voice.
9 months later, she gave birth to
I
Asterion,
need
better
help, and then
known
we'd
as the
sink their
Minotaur.
ship and shit.
It's crazy to see to what
Fucking hell.
extent women have always been mistreated. When they're not harpies, gorgons, and other witches, they become victims.
Oh shit.
Alright, well, let's continue anyways. I wonder what this kiosk is
yo,
doing in the
Gunner
middle
was
of the
fucking-
garden.
He
Too
killed
cramped to be
3 of
able to
them
do
when the
much.
ship sinking.
Well, there must be something going on there.
What was that?
What is that?
I don't know. That's what I'm
It's
asking
like a
you.
sort of opening mechanism.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Gunner when you got mad at him or something or kicked him out of Ark. He came over, was doing shit
Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped.
because he like killed your animals or something.
There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he said.
Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's
I was
booby-trapped.
laughing. I knew you guys would make up.
There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs.
Stair. That's a staircase. That thing opens up a staircase. That goes downstairs. You sit down, dude. Yeah,
Pasiphae,
dude, I never got into
daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete. She has no cracks. I seem to recall that her fate was not something you'd want. She was punished for the sins of her husband.
Yeah, Ark is
She had to
not
mate
good.
with the sacred bull of Poseidon. 9 months later, she gave birth to Asterion, better known as the Minotaur. It's crazy to see to what extent women have always been mistreated.
Yeah, it's kind of like No Man. Like,
All right.
Like, isn't
Well, let's
that,
continue
isn't
anyways.
No Man's Sky dying too? Because they fucked up on some update or something.
It's up to the just to deliver judgment. truth unlocks all possibilities.
Yeah, I heard about Atlas not being good.
It looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it.
No wonder. Still can't press it. Gosh, you know. God, you girl. And you got like the largest base in No Man's, don't you? Oh, yeah, thanks, Book. You gotta get your ass up to affiliate.
Minos, son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for
the
her
Xbox
thread.
one, yeah. Wasn't it crossplay now?
Hey, there's a crack in that statue. The crack is in the region of the heart.
Okay. Now, can I press it? Ah. Yeah, I remember you like had a huge ass base. 1000 IQ gameplay. Oh, what now?
Again?
And all the main streamers kind of quit playing Sea of Thieves too.
You can't be serious,
Someone hasn't
Manuel.
played it in a long
You
time
know
either,
that's
as,
not going to happen.
What's his buddy's name? I forget. And I still haven't done an arena.
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
Agreed? I wasn't aware you had a choice.
What's going on here?
What now? What else must I do to win back my freedom?
Obey me.
yeah.
Now get out.
I don't know. We would have gave if we would have stayed with it, we would have gave Pace a fucking run.
What was that? That's the
'Cause he
third
ain't doing
time
no
in 3
shit that we
days.
didn't do before he started streaming that. We were doing that shit from day one. I wish I'd have stuck with the arenas because I'd have loved to win that chest, the Athena. Actual
Let's see if you're
prize.
in there, Mother.
Oh shit! Yeah, we found 2 of them. We found 2 of them before anybody. And I want to do the. I heard the actual like quest lines are really good now. The like the ones that you do for the gold skin and all that shit. I heard those are
Fragment of
fun as shit.
amber.
Is Pace even Pace? Pace doesn't even play Sea of Thieves anymore. He's been playing like I forget what he's been playing, like Valorant or something, or Rogue Company.
Bandages? Someone's been patching themselves up. Looks like my mother took advantage of being in hiding to change her bandages, huh?
And yeah, I've got
This is
some
silk. She
shit
must
I
have
can
used her
give
own
you, too.
clothes.
Like, I got the Marvel Avengers. Well, the beta code's that's done now. It got released, but I got Rogue Company, beta keys, and shit like that too.
These bandages are pretty basic. She'll be lucky if she doesn't get an infection. There are patches where the blood isn't totally clotted. That's a good sign, right? She changed them recently, which proves she's still looking after herself and still believes in her chances. Well, I'd love to tell her to keep hanging in there.
Dude, I've got a shit ton. That's why I'm trying to clear some of these. Like this one I've been wanting to play, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go through it and because it looks good. But I got Marvel's Avengers, I got Rogue Company, I got obviously Sea of Thieves. I got Control too. If you haven't looked at Control, Control's pretty awesome.
Damn it, Mother. Now what's happened?
Control's really good.
Don't move!
Wait, I'm not armed.
Who are you?
Good God, Mother, what have you...
Tell me who you are!
See, she's pissed I fucking, she's pissed I fucking sold her out. Where's the next deal? Gives me that ability.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything.
Do I need the fucking maze? Did I fuck it up? Episodes. Do I need the maze? Or did I already do this one? Politics, science, and question.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. All right, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
No, I haven't. I bought it. But I haven't played it yet. Episode. So I'm in 3. Yeah, I watched E-Rob play a little bit of it. I heard it's
The only thing I
fucking
can tell you
funny as shit.
is that Sarah had indeed
I'll install
changed.
it today.
In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
You must leave me alone now. I have agreed to everything. Even to...
But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
I hope that your search will prove successful and bring Sarah back to us soon.
I'll be leaving now because whatever it is you're up to, I do not want to know.
Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
Is that do I have to down? Is that DLC or does that come with it? Okay. Yeah, that game is getting popular too. That's got to be a good one to stream then.
Don't move.
Wait, I don't.
So you've come at last.
Easy. Let me turn around.
How does the mother not know it's me? That's my mother.
Oh my
When I
God, Mother, what has happened to
pulled under
you?
the bus.
Who are you?
What? But, Mother,
Who are you?
it's me, Louis, your son.
No, you lie. You won't catch me out like that. Louis isn't here. He obeys his mother. He would never have come here.
Mother, I don't know what you've been through, but lower your
Don't
arm,
smell that shit
please.
You think I was born yesterday, do you? But it won't work.
All that shit.
I'm begging you.
One day you will fall.
Mother!
Why are you here?
Oh fuck! I hate these things.
Remember, Al-Azif?
I was sure.
Where's the book, Mother?
So that's what you want? Well, you will never find it. Emily died for that.
What's got into her?
You are evil incarnate.
Yeah,
Every
fuck yeah.
word that comes out of your mouth is sharper than a razor
Saw that shit
blade.
today.
I don't wish you any harm. Really, Mother. It's me, Louis.
Don't speak to me about him. You will never get him.
Mother, stop torturing yourself. It really is me, Louis. How can I convince you?
If you really are who you say you are, what was the saying I taught you?
You've been telling it to me since I was 3 years
How does she
old,
not know
Mother.
it's fucking
How
me?
could I ever forget it? Always keep your mind rational. And open.
You knew it. You are smart.
Dude, she got her ass behind.
You're getting me muddled up. Tell me, rather,
She had her
whose
hand
place
chopped
were
off
we
and
at
did it.
when I told you I was coming here?
Supposedly,
Mother, I really am your son. You can't
based on
trick
true
me.
events.
We were in Paris. We were investigating an art dealer.
His name?
Oh fuck! What was his name?
I just told you, you can't trick me. His name was von Borchert.
My God, everything is lost then. I refuse to believe
Yeah,
it's
like,
really
based on
you,
true events.
Louis.
Like it's not
Otherwise,
absolute,
all
but
this would be for nothing.
Mother, I don't know what happened to you, but don't
even got
worry.
George Washington in it.
Everything's going to be fine.
When he was
I'm here for
president.
you, and
No, I ordered you not to come with me.
I received a letter, and Lord Mortimer informed me of your disappearance. So I took the...
No! 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 It's not true. It's a
Damn, she got
nightmare.
ass handed.
Don't tell me that. Have you spoken to him?
Oh, shit. She's completely panicked because I spoke to Mortimer.
And this is
It
like the
seems she's
beginning
afraid of what he might have said to me about her.
Did
Illuminati
he
and shit
speak
like
to
that.
you?
Yeah, and it's Telltale, and it's kind of like Angels and Demons. Templars, yep.
Mother, I don't know what you're imagining, but don't worry. Everything will be all right.
But like
If you're
at the very
worried about
beginning
what
of
I
the
might
game, it
think about
says
Elizabeth
it's
Adams,
based
honestly,
Oh, Louis!
on true events,
Elizabeth
like
is the last of my
George
worries right
Washington
now.
went over
I
here and
did what I could for her,
France
but
or
it was too
whatever,
late.
and
Very
all
well.
this shit.
Rational and open, Louis.
To a
Since you
point.
arrived on the island, has anything strange happened to you?
depends on what you mean by strange.
Yeah, and Napoleon Bonaparte's in this, and George Washington, like all kinds of, like real individuals that were living. Wait.
Do you want to tell me about your relationship with Elizabeth Adams?
Louis, I don't know what you found out, but just know that I did
believe so.
everything I could to help her.
It could be. Because there's a lot of Easter eggs in this fucking game, too. Oh, shit.
I'm sure you did, Mother. I'm not judging you.
You know, what she had to put up with was slowly gnawing away at her. Now shut up and listen to me. We might still have a chance. Something of utmost importance is going to play out right here.
What are you talking about?
A conference, Louis. I should think all Mortimer's guests have arrived by now, haven't they?
Yes, they have. Since this morning.
Perfect. The conference will be able to begin.
Indeed. It shouldn't be long and...
Let me finish. We haven't time. You will attend this conference, and you must find out what Mortimer is up to. Don't trust him, Louis. Understood? Louis, I made a mistake by coming here. We are in the lion's den.
What do you mean?
Mortimer, Holm, their guests. Watch what happens. Do you think it's normal that the representatives of the most powerful nations are here all on their own without anyone else? On an island in the middle of nowhere in total secrecy?
No, not really, but...
Louis! They shape the world. They manipulate us. Everything is
Illuminati.
decided here and now. They create and break states, provoke wars, destitute governments, or decide who will be their leaders. Open your eyes!
Donald Trump.
Mother, calm yourself, please.
Nothing is impossible for them. They are capable of reaching everyone, wherever they may be. Through high society banquets, they model the future of us all, and it isn't at all an issue for them.
And? What do you propose?
It's time to act, my son. You will go to this conference, and from the inside, you'll do everything you can to prevent Mortimer's plan from going ahead smoothly. We can talk later. I'll explain everything.
But why?
Do as I say, Louis. It's of the utmost importance. Beware of Mortimer. He won't let anything stand in his way.
You promised me that after...
Yes, after. Go now.
Yes, Mother, I'm going.
She's up to shit.
One more thing,
Why the
Mother.
fuck she cut
Emily
me off?
Hillsborough, Emma's sister, came to this island looking for her sister. She probably won't hesitate to take revenge and...
It's the signal that the conference is starting, Louis. Don't be concerned about the Duchess. She's the last of our worries.
Oh, bullshit. Oh, God, why do I keep going to that fucking... Shit around here. Need some elixirs. Jesus Christ. Why do I keep doing that? Yeah, there's actually like Freemason references in this shit. Because George Washington was a Freemason. And they reference the Freemasons with George Washington too. In this, yeah, like they said, it said in the beginning of it, like it's based on factual shit that happened apparently. Ooh, what's that?
Golden elixir.
Can I pick that book? Give me the book.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Ooh, I got a key for that. That's it? Mystery notes.
Fragment of amber.
Look how fucking sensitive I got my mouse set at. I refuse to change it. Really? What? Really? That's all it is? Just sitting down?
Monsieur de Richet, you're the only one missing at the conference. Please join the guests.
Yeah, where the fuck is the conference at? Mortimer's secret collection. Behind that wall. Secret door. Is that a fucking little penis on that thing? Fucking hell. How the fuck you getting that secret collection?
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting. A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. The Company by Rembrandt.
How the fuck do you get into that secret collection? fuck is the conference? I know, right? I feel bad for that little dude.
Devil's Thorn.
Anything else in here? Any little more blue dots?
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
So I'm guessing this way.
Monsieur de Richet, you are expected at the conference. Please take the door to your left to join the guests.
Fucking fine,
Respect to any other characteristic.
Totally wrong, I assure you.
I have suspected it.
That does seem the same.
He ran me a chick too. He missed it yesterday. He tagged that.
Amber.
Your conjecture is totally wrong, I assure you.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol water.
I have already told her so once, by your desire.
Are you quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry at being spoken to.
But it is not sound. You know it is not sound.
Your conjecture is totally wrong, I assure you.
A Chinese coin, recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
But with respect to any other characteristic, I do not imagine first being
I don't know if you ever found what you were looking for in the garden, but Mortimer is waiting for you. I suggest you get a move on.
You say it as if you were afraid of him.
Are you quite sure? Is there not a little mistake?
I sense that you have things you'd like to say, but something's holding you back. What is going on between you two?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost. The siren's song, Monsieur de Richet. You wake up one morning, not knowing where you are, and you think about everything you've done for a man who wasn't even worth it. For a man who has no respect for you, who uses you, and who drops you as soon as he no longer needs you. For me, it's too late now. But you still have a choice. Don't respond to his call, sir.
Yes, because she asked him at last, and he could not help answering her, but she said he seemed quite angry.
Good evening, gentlemen. Are we ready? The much-awaited conference is about to begin?
That is what we have all been waiting for.
I believe that Lord Mortimer wishes to speak to you before it begins. You should go and see him.
Where the fuck
Are
is
you
he?
quite sure, sir? Is there not a little mistake somewhere?
Ah, Louis, I've been expecting you. Thank you for joining us. We are about to begin our conference. Let me explain what is at stake.
Thank you kindly, but what do you expect of me exactly? My mother's the one who's supposed to attend, not me.
That is indeed what was initially intended. Unfortunately, she still hasn't been found, and my guests can't stay here indefinitely. The conference must begin, and it would be truly beneficial to the Order to join in the project. Consequently, I would like you to replace her during her absence. What is at stake here is of the utmost importance.
It's important that the French Order gets their say.
There you go.
And should you need any advice, don't worry. You are not alone, Louis.
Very well. Can you give me a brief explanation of the aim of it all?
Of course, Louis, I was coming to that. The aim of these meetings is to bring together the most influential people in order to think together about the future.
But the future of who?
Of the world, Louis.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random hazards of history.
In concrete terms, how do you organize your discussions?
A conference is always organized the same way. There are two masters of ceremony who determine an important subject.
You and Sir Gregory, I presume.
Exactly. We shall be the masters of ceremony. It was our obligation to each bring to the table several guests in order to debate a subject. Once the debate is closed, a decision will be made by a vote of all the participants.
By a unanimous vote. If the project is not agreed on by all, then it will be rejected.
And neither of the two masters of ceremony have the right to vote.
It's up to the guests alone to decide, Louis. In other words, us.
Gregory and myself are merely the go-betweens. Finally, if the project is validated, each guest goes home and starts working to make it happen.
It can take years.
Can you give me an example of an event that was decided here before being implemented in the outside world?
Well, take the French Revolution. It was decided right here 2 years before its implementation in France.
Concerning the case of the French Revolution, I wasn't invited. But as far as the American Revolution is concerned, Louis, I can testify that we planned it 5 years before implementing it, for example.
Do you often hold this kind of society dinner?
In general, once a year, but in actual fact it tends to be events that dictate our gatherings.
Bilderberger?
Louis, let me keep you a moment. I would like to let you in on a secret before we begin, because I'm going to need your assistance. You see, the project I'm going to present concerns the territory of Louisiana in North America. It's currently Spanish territory, and I'm going to make the proposition to the Assembly for it to become French.
But how does that concern me?
Well, you see, I prepared this project with your mother. We began thinking about a crazy idea. Unfortunately, Sarah went missing before getting the bigger picture. I don't intend to stop at Louisiana. My idea is to increase the territory of the United States. The first stone of this vast project consists of getting Spain to cede Louisiana to France. Once it becomes French, France will hand it over to the United States, which will then allow them to double the size of their territory. And that's where you come in. France and the United States, hand in hand, two democracies illuminating the world.
Lord Mortimer, I'm sure you're aware that Louisiana is hardly prime quality land. I wouldn't be exaggerating to call it marshland. How is acquiring land they won't know what to do with going to strengthen the United States?
Think further, Louis. The United States won't stop there. Once they've acquired Louisiana, nothing will stop them. All they would have to do then is keep pushing toward the west to take the whole North American continent.
So you intend to get rid of the Spanish?
They are purely transitory. This is the settlers' home. It is natural for them to want to develop their nation to become one of the greatest powers of this world. As for the Spanish, there are just a handful of them actually on site. And if need be, we'll see to it that they are sufficiently occupied in Europe so that their focus is not on the North American continent. Moreover, Spain really only cares about its colonies in South America. It's hardly my fault if they are not capable of seeing the potential in the North American territories. The concept of royalty is from bygone times. It is time to lead the way to democracy. Take a look at them. Apart from President Washington, they all belong to monarchies. Do you really think they won't resist? Of course they'll fight, fearful as they are of losing their precious privileges. But the world needs visionaries, like you, like your mother. It's a pity Sarah isn't here to see it. She only knew about a tiny part of the project. I hope I can count on you, Louis. It's time to start now. I must ask you to keep it to yourself for the time being. Take a seat, follow the discussions. We'll have an opportunity to catch up later, and you'll be able to let me know your thoughts.
Blast it, Mother. You didn't know about everything. His project is commendable. Why tell me to beware? Could you have gotten it wrong?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot.
My friends, I propose we get started. First of all, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come.
The honor is ours, my lord.
As per our custom, here we are all together to discuss the face of tomorrow's world. Even though there may be certain tensions between our nations, I must ask you to keep an open mind. As Sarah de Richet is unable to be among us, please welcome Louis de Richet, who will represent the Golden Order and will vote on its behalf when the time comes.
Welcome among us, Louis.
Welcome, Monsieur.
I hope he'll be more effective than his mother regarding the protection of the King of France. The Order has proved particularly inefficient.
Come, Manuel, you're not going to spoil our visit. The Order's mission was not to protect King Louis XVI, as far as I am aware.
We are talking about a king of divine blood, for goodness sake. It seemed obvious to me he needed protecting. If the Golden Order wants to pride itself on being an influential organization, it should have kept him alive.
I'm sorry about the fate of the King of France, Duke Manuel. However, I'm surprised at your remark. How can a man like me have changed the course of things where a man like you, powerful, capable of influencing international politics, was unable to do any better?
Perhaps we may begin, Lord Mortimer.
Certainly. I have a dream that our nations will continue to support each other, more now than ever before. A dream that, for the sake of common good, we will do what it takes to ensure stability in the modern world. I have a dream that we shall lead by example and ensure that the American territory may remain in peace.
Thank you for the thought, Lord Mortimer, but I don't see where you're leading.
I'm coming to it, Mr. President. I need not remind you that North America is currently divided between the United States on the East Coast and Spain, which occupies the remaining 2/3 of the continent. Well, I propose that Spain cede the center of the continent to France, namely all of Louisiana.
Louisiana? But, well, it is not for sale. Lord Mortimer, I sincerely hope I have not come all this way just to hear you ramble on about what Spain should and should not do. When we went to all the trouble of gaining the territory a few years ago, it was not just to lose it today. Have I made myself clear?
What did I tell you, William? You speak of union, and yet here you are, about to tear us apart.
Duke Manuel, I perfectly understand you. But rest assured, you will soon adore my proposition. You shall see.
Well, since you give me the choice, my good fellow, allow me to doubt it. However, I am impatient to hear what Spain could possibly gain from the sale of Louisiana.
I never spoke of a sale, my good fellow.
What? But I do not understand.
There is one more territory left to conquer, if I'm not mistaken, in the northwest. It is, of course, occupied by your notorious Indians, but...
We shall soon be rid of the savages, so that is not a question.
Duke, these savages, as you call them, were there before you. They are on their homeland.
As much as the black people of Africa, Monsieur de Richet. That does not stop your dear France from massacring them and sending them like cattle to Mr. Washington's cotton plantations to provide him with cheap labor. So you keep your morals to yourself, if you please.
Senor, I would not like to be associated with that. The subject of black slaves in the United States of America is a complex subject, which we shall resolve at a future date.
Senor Godoy, you must know that France will soon ban these barbaric practices.
Oh, do not get on your high horse, Monsieur Frenchman. The only reason why France has ceased trading in slaves is because of the commercial blockade that Great Britain has imposed against you. The instant the shipping lanes have been restored, France will again treat these people like cattle.
Come now, my friends, let us not digress. Anyway, these primitive people have no souls, Louis. We bring the good word to them in order to save them. You'll see. Colonization brings with it many benefits, too.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, Your Eminence, I shall continue. Duke Manuel, I believe that Spain should cede Louisiana to France free of charge.
This is utterly grotesque, Lord Mortimer. What a strange example you set for your young protégé. Isn't that so, Monsieur de Richet? Do you understand anything of this proposition?
If I were you, Senor Godoy, I would think twice before stirring up a scandal.
I beg your pardon?
Given the size of your colonies, you won't be able to keep them for long. A number of countries are eyeing them as we speak. The United States would have no trouble taking them. For all intents and purposes, you have no army in place. By wanting to keep everything, you risk losing it all, especially your colonies in South America, which are far more valuable to you.
That is indeed the danger, Duke Manuel. If it comes to war over Louisiana, you will lose. And probably a good deal more than you now imagine.
Young man, you are indeed a dark horse, aren't you?
I must say, William, I find your project mostly disfavors me. I thought you were my friend.
And I am, Mr. President. That is why I'm doing everything in my power to calm your expansionist fervor. France, in Louisiana, should persuade you not to attempt anything to take the territory by force. Louisiana is a vast wetland where you would needlessly lose most of your troops. It would weaken you and offer certain nations the perfect opportunity to take back your famous United States. I am protecting you from yourself, George. Trust me.
I understand. But with friends like you, sir, I certainly don't need any more enemies. I hope you know what you're doing.
Am I imagining things, or does it look like Washington isn't aware of Mortimer's plan?
Not to put too fine a point on it, Lord Mortimer, but I doubt the Holy See would be in favor of Catholic Louisiana being handed over to secular revolutionaries and king killers.
I should think Monsieur de Richet has an opinion on this subject, does he not?
Your Eminence, have no fear over that. I am sure France will do everything in its power to protect the Christians of Louisiana.
My young friend, how can you come out with such a remark after the discussion we had on the evening of your arrival? If France was so respectful of worship, it would not be bleeding priests as it is doing at this very moment in time. Don't be naive. This is politics. The Holy See must be concerned at seeing such a large territory falling into the hands of the French. Mi auguro che insegnerete l'educazione a questo giovanotto presuntuoso, Sir Gregory.
English, motherfucker.
I hope that you will teach this pretentious young man some manners, Sir Gregory. It looks like I won't be just making friends here.
In any case, my lord, I doubt the English crown will agree.
Ich versichere Ihnen, Emily, nie Preußen wird diese Vereinbarung akzeptieren.
Oh, shit.
I assure you, Emily, the Prussian will never accept this agreement. Volner looks like he's set on ruining Mortimer's plan.
Duchess, I am persuaded that we shall find a common ground.
That's enough, William. These are grave times. We don't care about the fate of Louisiana. That worthless expanse of putrid swamps interests no one but yourself.
Speak for yourself, my friend.
Hold on there, Mr. Royal Gigolo. Lower the volume, and let Sir Gregory finish.
There's a lot of French in Louisiana.
Home, Godoy, and now Volner? Mortimer's adversaries are ready to tear each other to pieces, and he takes a malicious pleasure in watching it happen.
How dare
Gentlemen, let us try to remain calm.
There you are, William. See where your projects have taken us, as per usual. Chaos! That's enough. I'm tired. We shall continue this discussion tomorrow, but please be aware that your project will never be ratified. Those who are opposed to this project, follow me. Are you coming with us, Monsieur de Richet?
Come, Gregory, I think Louis would rather stay. Wouldn't you, Louis?
At the risk of displeasing you, my lord, I'd rather follow Sir Gregory. I don't think this is a place for the Order.
Louis? No.
Let him go, Mr. President. Everyone is free to choose.
Oh, I fucked that up. I have a feeling I fucked that up. Following the boobs.
How can he be so blind? If he keeps this up, he'll lead our countries to their destruction.
Don't worry, we shall counter him, Sir Gregory.
We have to act immediately.
Calm down, Gregory. We only have to vote against his project, and that's it.
They haven't got a chance. Just one vote will suffice.
True. There is no chance of a unanimous vote. And he knows it. He must be preparing something else. What is he plotting? We shall shortly find out, so let's take the lead.
What do you mean by that?
His plan begins with Louisiana, which is still yours, Duke Manuel. He will begin with you. Expect to receive an envoy, French most probably. He will try to convince you by every possible means. Whatever he says, whatever he promises, you have just one response. It's war. If war is what you want, war is what you'll get. And on your own territory, in your homes. Enough games. Spain will join the coalition against France and declare war. You too, Duchess Hillsborough. You will speak to the Queen so that Great Britain commits to going to war with France.
What do you expect from the Papal States, Sir Gregory?
What do you think? That they hold a mass? They will go to war, of course. What is it that you didn't understand in what I just told you? We all declare war on France. Militarily, politically, and financially.
And me, Sir Gregory? How can I help?
Louis, you have won my trust. The Order will have to act in France, but even before that, I'm going to need you. Right here and right now. Leave me now. I have to prepare for tomorrow. Let's meet early tomorrow morning for the next phase of the conference, which promises to be
Why did I
most
follow this
exciting.
fucking dude?
Louis, I'd like to see you a moment, please. Thank you for signing with me today. I won't forget it. I'm going to need you. Help me counter Mortimer on his own ground. Right here. I'm sure he'll try and win some of you over. He needs our votes. Now, you leave that to me. In the meantime, I must ask you to go and see President Washington and persuade him to trust me and join us.
Do you really think that I'll be able to convince him?
I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I have total faith in you. He likes you, and thus he won't see you coming. You must be careful, though. If he senses that you are trying to manipulate him, he'll dig in his heels.
And Mortimer won.
Louis, use every means at your disposal. If Washington drops Mortimer, his defeat will be complete. You should go right away. There's no time to lose. William already has a head start on us.
Very well. I'll go right away.
Fuck, more interesting. Free shit in here, though?
There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. There's no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
I know I'm missing something here.
Let me in, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir, but that's impossible.
Come now. There's nothing secret going on in there. Let me in.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I cannot say, sir. I am to follow Lord Mortimer's instructions.
I'm looking for President Washington. Would you know where he is by any chance?
Unfortunately not, sir. All I can say to sir is that the President is no longer in the conference room.
All right. I'll go looking for him myself. Thank you.
Have a good evening, sir.
Back then I could kill you. Get away with it.
Hey, Peru's name tag's fallen off, and his door's ajar.
Oh shit. Now I'm in here, I'm gonna get blamed for this.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing all right. I've retrieved everything.
he's definitely dead. Not here before I get the light for this shit.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte. Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy. Huh, that's me. Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
What's the president?
President George Washington.
Locked.
Pick it. Watch it be wooden teeth in here and shit.
The president's personal reserve of laudanum, and judging by the quantity, he can't go without it. Ah,
Oh, she drug
there's
addict.
also a letter.
What's that blue shit back there? Where's that blue light?
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned
right
at
back.
my
I gotta let
place.
the dog out.
I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
Louis. But what are you doing in my room?
Damn it. Oh, shit.
Mr. President, I won't beat around the bush. I came to persuade you not to follow Lord Mortimer on this one.
I appreciate your forthrightness, Louis. That will save us some time. Well, since you're here, can I get you something to drink?
No, thank you, Mr. President.
As you wish. Well, Louis, it's getting late, and this is not my first conference, so let's get straight to the point. You are here to motivate me to change sides.
I have decided not to follow Mortimer.
I noticed. Every man must make his own choice. What can we say? That's the political game. And you did not commit to supporting Mortimer, so there's nothing for you to feel bad about. So what can I do for you?
President Washington, I regret that my situation is contrary to yours, especially as I really do respect you.
Me too, Louis. Let us not mix business and emotion.
Understood. I've just come from a meeting with Sir Gregory and his supporters. They are all rallying against Mortimer's project.
That is to be expected.
Great Britain, the Kingdom of Spain and Sicily, the Kingdom of Prussia, the Holy Empire, the Kingdom of Portugal, of Bohemia, and of Hungary.
I know, Louis. I know. The coalition against France also gives me cause for concern. I'm certainly not saying that, on paper, Mortimer's plan seems very viable. Anyway, you haven't really said what you wanted to say. Tell me, Louis, what have you come here to sell me?
You should join home.
And why would I do that?
You owe it to my mother. She helped you in your early days. She supported you when you needed it. I'm certain she'd be against this plan.
Do you know who introduced me to Sarah all those years ago? Lord Mortimer. Do you know who advised Sarah to start up a chapter of the Golden Order with me in the United States?
Lord Mortimer?
You see my point, then? I have a lot of respect for your mother, Louis, but my allegiance is to Lord Mortimer. Tell me what Sir Gregory has to offer that I don't already have with Lord Mortimer.
What would you say to winning a few colonies? I'm sure that Sir Gregory would be prepared to discuss the acquisition of new territories.
No thanks, Louis. I'm not interested. Colonies bring with them their own thorny problems, and thus I prefer to focus on the consolidation of American territory. Listen, Louis. If I had any doubts about Lord Mortimer's project, I stand reassured now. I hope Sir Gregory has more tricks up his sleeve than you do, because I regret to inform you that, as far as politics is concerned, you've got a lot to learn. But you are still young, so don't worry. On that note, I would like to get some sleep. Please leave me now.
Good night, Mr. President.
Shit. That was a failure. There's nothing more I can do except wait for the conference to resume tomorrow morning.
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Good evening, Monsieur le Français.
Duchess, you're here. What a charming surprise. I'm beginning to think you can't be without me.
You have managed to penetrate my armor, sir. Am I disturbing you, perhaps?
That's not what I said.
Ah, by the way, congratulations on choosing Sir Gregory this evening. You surprised me. I wasn't expecting it.
Why, Emily? Can't you read me like an open book?
Not as well as you read me, it would seem.
I'll teach you if you'd like.
There's nothing. I'd like more.
Tell me, are these visits to Mortimer's always so intense?
Yes and no. My sister doesn't normally disappear like she has. Any news of your mother?
Well, I should imagine you're still shaken. I promise to shed light on my mother's circumstances as soon as possible.
There's not much to shed light on. What your mother did is inexcusable. She won the trust of my sister in order to more easily betray her. She didn't do anything to her. Can we change subject, please? I didn't come here to go through all that again.
Of course, it's late. You're right.
Here it is. That's the weirdest kiss I've ever seen in a video game.
Come, Louis.
Yep, he's going to.
My friends,
Yes.
do not worry.
Complete story.
I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him.
He looks like he can be trusted.
Why isn't he with us? He was opposed to Mortimer.
I'll wait and see. I'm still not sure of his position.
And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here?
She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her.
What are we going to do about Washington?
He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king.
Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing: to keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim.
He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. I have asked Monsieur de Richet to approach him. Let us have faith in him. I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
Yet he is Mortimer's strong arm in France.
He knows his time has come, and I believe he is intelligent enough to realize it means he is no longer any use to Mortimer. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
What the hell? Oh, it's dreams. I think so. They poisoned him. It's fucking Illuminati. They do all kinds of crazy
Emily? Emily?
Wake up, Reaper.
Are you there? Typical. There she goes again. What's with this habit of hers of taking off in the middle of the night?
You're complaining, dude? You banged her and she left. What? This dude must want to fucking cuddle or something.
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
He's mad. He wants to cuddle.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days.
This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me reassure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Luc Manuel?
Against, of course.
Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
4, of course. And I will add for your benefit, Sir Gregory, that next time you send someone to try to persuade me to change sides, choose someone with a minimum of experience.
Oh, I won't forget, Mr. President.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, Camille!
Let's end the charade. It's over!
Jacques.
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
Come, Jacques, we'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
Wait!
De Richet, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man!
Oh, shit. He's dead. This dude's dead.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things!
I got no...
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need. Look, you've done as much as you can. You have nothing to fear. Your daughter is safe.
Shut up!
I knew it. I told you. Just do it, dude. This is a fucking failure. I need... What the fuck is that? I need that. I definitely need politics. Where's the... Where is it? Manipulation? Sopranos. I should just let him do it, not intervene. I knew that shit was coming. God damn it.
This is like a bad dream. For what reason?
That makes no sense at
I
all.
don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Peru has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again, it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us praise Louis's gesture anyway. You did what you could.
Yes, it was very noble of you, Louis.
It wasn't your fault.
There was nothing else you could have done.
I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Shit. 360,000 pounds back then? Any elixir? That's so low. I still don't know where that goes.
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
A couple of elixirs. Come on. Game fucking cheats. How bad I fucked up.
Louis, I wanted to talk to you a moment about what has happened. All this is tragic, but I wanted to thank you for doing what you could.
I wasn't able to save him.
You couldn't, Louis. You mustn't blame yourself. It is not your fault.
No, it's my fault. That's what I wanted to.
Of course, but I thought I could help him.
I guess it was too late. Don't torture yourself. Look what you've done. I admire what you did. Who else among all these great luminaries of the modern world even raised a finger? No one. You were the only one who tried to do anything. What a waste.
What are your plans now?
What do you mean?
For the conference. After the disappearances of both Elizabeth Adams and my mother, and now the death of Mr. Perlu, I should imagine that your guests are all packing their bags.
This might come as a bit of a shock to you, perhaps because it was so difficult to bring all these figures together. But I am convinced that none of them is preparing to leave.
Are you serious?
They are all very experienced politicians, and though they are, of course, affected by the situation, they know full well that such an opportunity will not come again for a long, long time, if ever. They each represent their nation, and know full well that what is at stake here is far greater than the death of poor Monsieur Peru. You'll see. I am confident that they will all be ready to resume the conference.
If you say so. Allow me to take my leave, please.
Of course. You ought to get some rest. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. What a pity you didn't support me during the conference. I hope I can count on you on the day of the vote. This major project needs men like you, Louis.
And you never know, right? Maybe by then, I'll see things differently.
Well, thank you for allowing me to believe in that possibility, Louis. From here on, I shall make it my mission to persuade you to change your vote.
Be my guest. But I hope your arguments are very, very persuasive, because I'm not the only one who isn't on your side.
Oh, rest assured, I am working on it.
Very well, then. I'll see you later, my lord.
Shit. Winston, chill out, dude. Whatever you're doing, stop it. Whatever you're into, stop it.
I already mentioned it yesterday. Either to you or to someone else. Impossible to tell with you people.
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Sorry, Dorishi. I have no time for traitors such as yourself.
I beg your pardon?
If you are here, it's because Lord Mortimer agreed to include you. And what's the first thing that you do? You betray him by following Sir Gregory and bending over backwards to turn Washington against him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was free to vote as I pleased. I didn't realize I had to vote for Lord Mortimer in order to show my gratitude toward him. Hey, he invited me here to come and look for my missing mother during his high society party. I'm sorry, truly sorry. I don't know all your customs yet.
It's just common decency that when invited to a man's castle, you don't go and to pee on his boots. Is it too much to ask?
I guess it is.
I had a chance of killing him. Fuck is my room at?
Sir Jacques Perru? Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte. It's Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost. My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
Comes in here, I'm gonna pop him in the mouth.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur. Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Hey. Hey.
No answer.
Booty call.
Nothing.
Duke Manuel Godoy. Huh, that's me.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Booty call.
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Lead you the wrong way. We do this shit, right?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Huh, that's me. Duke Manuel Godoy.
I do believe that's Emily's voice. I can't understand what she's saying. I can't open it. It must be blocked on the other side. I'll have to find another way in, quick. Emily! Emily, are you there? Answer me. Emily!
Gotta be a secret door. Gotta be a fucking secret door.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over kingdoms.
Damn it! It's closed. Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side. I That means I won't be able to pick it. Or I could do as I did the last time in the tower room. I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall. It's not a very complex lock. I'm sure I can force it if I can just find something to smash it with. Slowly, Louis. Nice and slow.
Got him. Yep. But there's no cops back then, so we're good. Where'd they go? They were just in here.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue.
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the city.
A fragment of amber.
Wait, what the fuck? Did it just literally put me outside their door? That's where I need to go, right? Yeah. Alright, that's fucking weird. Wait.
Did you do that to me?
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this.
A letter
What are you
from
on
William
about now?
the Younger.
I should never have
addressed to
told you
Emily.
what happened to me.
He's the
That
present
was how it
Prime
was,
Minister
and
of
you
the
know
United
full
Kingdom.
well. I'm not
Emily
that
has
naive.
indeed some
I
powerful
know you
backers.
inside out.
A letter
Stop.
from William Pitt
We'll end
the
up
Elder
losing everything.
addressed to Emily. 2 coils circle the lock.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington is a man you can trust. In spite of his obvious talent for politics, he has remained upright and honest. On the other hand, as you may well know, he is already doing business with Lord Mortimer. It will be more difficult to approach him. Napoleon Bonaparte was unknown to me until today. He's a passionate young French soldier for whom Mortimer predicts a promising future. Take heed. He is a man of conviction, which to my mind makes him potentially dangerous. As for Sarah de Richet, what more is there to say? You already know each other. She was apparently invited by Lord Mortimer about an ongoing matter in Paris that concerns a receiver.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to...
Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I asked for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way! I am not Emma! Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
I don't even remember what in the front.
You handed me something. I wasn't feeling very well, and you handed me something. What was it?
My handkerchief, and you stained it with your blood. You still have it, as a matter of fact. But she already knows all this, Louis. It's a waste of time.
Right. Let's find something else. Yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a certain way. What happened exactly?
Well played, Louis. Unfortunately, I'm not the one you should have asked that question to. Mortimer did not welcome us. It was Sir Gregory who welcomed us that night. Mortimer didn't show up until 2 days later. I know that as well.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll. Did we get a chance to speak?
Certainly not. I was exhausted and went to bed. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I'd better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
I got 50-50. I don't know which chick is chick.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it?
Oh, wait.
What do you want to know about that night?
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What did we find in that room?
A load of old junk that Mortimer had collected. A so-called Pandora's box in the form of an urn. An old sheepskin that he must take for the Golden Fleece. The Bible of Judas. Property deeds as old as the hills. And a broken old sword.
You are wasting your time, Louis.
Yes.
She already knows all that. Of course I do. I was there.
That's enough! I've had enough of this charade.
These fucking
Louis,
twins.
there's only one
Should've
way to
shoot
tell us
both.
apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us. Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night.
And that's where your little game ends, Emma.
I banged both of
Because
them.
I never told you about it.
Louis!
So, there you can't answer.
What? No! You didn't do that.
I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man?
You dirt!
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade.
He banged both of them.
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
I don't know who the fucking real Emily is.
You are Emily Hillsborough.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch!
Watch out, Louis!
No!
Hell, what have I done?
I don't even know if she's right.
See what you've done. See.
Louis? What on earth is going...
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Bitch will not
Duchess?
die.
Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Locked her hand
Go.
up, she got beaten
Come,
up, she got
Louis.
shot. She's
There's
still fucking
nothing
around.
more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting
In
for
the
you.
crypt, dude.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please. Go, I'll cover you.
I don't even know if I got it right. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't even know if that's the right Emily.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room. She isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about.
Except Louis.
Thank you.
Just gotta hide that body. How the fuck did I get back out there? This way. controls are kind of wonky. I don't even know if I got the right Emily. Do I get out there? Wait. It's over there. Come on, Crypt Keeper.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit, and 2 of them are present on this island.
Right, so let me guess.
That'd be the obvious one.
President Washington and Monsieur Bonaparte.
No, why?
Damn it, I knew it.
At least, I don't think so.
Yet Washington is old enough to be one.
Do you really believe that I'm joking here? Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those two.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
Sounds jealous.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
Uh-oh.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic. He was flamboyant.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted?
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing. I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother,
Give it to me.
but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Do you know who killed her?
Absolutely not.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing, and then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
wait. Emily. Oh.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen. Once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel, but frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He demands that the Spanish hand over Louisiana to France.
Oh, knowing him, it won't stop there. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 5 objects. before we try anything.
Are the 5 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
And a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course. Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
This is getting fucking weird, Buck.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving. There's one in the portrait gallery.
Yes, but it's enormous. If you don't want to have to go back and forth several times, then I suggest you get a smaller one.
What did you do then?
I didn't think I'd need one. I started without one, and I lost my hand before I did need one. And you can see the result.
This is the book in which you left your correspondence with Duchess Hillsborough, isn't it?
That's right.
You still believe it's in the tower room, don't you?
I don't know. There is only one way to find out, though.
Right. I shall go and see.
Of course.
What do you mean by the concordance of dates, exactly?
Don't worry about that. We already have them. They are written on the back of the message I just gave you.
An exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon. You did well. You didn't get tricked by the light bouncing back.
Thanks. Do you think I can take it safely?
We haven't got a choice, Louis. Without it, we won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful. If you come across anyone, they can all potentially be spies of Mortimer or Holm. Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior otherwise? The most influential politicians in the Western world gather together without the least protection, without a single aid to assist them, to participate in a conference during which the guests start dropping like flies. Me, Adams, Peru, Hillsborough. Look at the number of calamities that have happened over the past few days. And not one of them has asked to leave the island? Do you find that normal? You'll see. Go up to the manor to look for the keys, and I wager not one of them will speak to you about my being in Emily's room.
Do you think so?
Go on, you'll see. And come back with all the objects in one go. Time is against us. And remember, the code to get out of the secret office is 6466.
Yeah, 6466. Yeah, right.
earth is that? A disc with information engraved in the metal? An iris that should open, I imagine, and blood. Let's see if I can work it out myself. It looks like a kind of control panel.
You ought to go, Louis. If someone finds us here, the situation might well become seriously complicated.
Gotta find something down
A Bazant.
Famous cross of Clement III.
There it is.
Perfect. And one key found.
I saw you. More blue dot?
Right. It's definitely an armillary sphere, but I have to find one that I can take with me. Otherwise, I risk drawing too much attention to my comings and goings. Now, where can I find a smaller one? Right. Let's see if the statues are in place yet. That statue is not positioned correctly. The sword toward the Gorgon. That's good. It's in the right place. The lantern is already in the right position. Turned toward the shield. Shield toward the sword. Now that's good. The statue is already in the right place. That statue is not positioned correctly. Sesame. The Ring of the Nibelungs. Even if Mortimer is several centuries old, I don't see what part he has in this legend. I ought to look a little harder. I just can't see where else I'd find the exegesis except for here. So that's Pandora's box? An urn? Mother seemed worried that I was able to open it. I wonder why. So, I did well not to touch it. So that's the exegesis of Judas. I hope Mortimer doesn't read it very often, otherwise he's going to notice that someone's stolen it. But that's just too bad. I need it. Caesar's laurel wreath. If Mortimer really is what my mother says he is, it could mean... No, that's impossible. No, not Caesar. Given all the relics preserved here, it wouldn't surprise me if Mortimer claimed it was Excalibur.
A fragment of amber.
Sounds so perverted with that amber shit.
Right. I've got what I need. Now let's not waste any more time.
Ah, Louis. Glad you're here.
Blasted. He's gonna talk about my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters. Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain. There must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers, that's all.
Why, of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues. Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
God damn it. George, get out!
Hey, look, there.
No, I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
I better take the Bible before he works his way back to it.
Sounds... Oh, shit. I gotta get that Bible. Where the fuck's the Bible? Where the hell's the Bible at?
The Bible's still there.
Keep working at it, George. You'll get it. Respawn. Respawn. Oh, that fucking burn.
Right. This time, it'll be a lot quicker. If I remember rightly, the code was 1191.
Yep.
Of course. Weaknesses of the Human Psyche by Gilhelm Trimor. Gilhelm Trimor. Trimor. An anagram of Mortimer. Wow. Arrogant enough to publish writings on mental control in full view of everyone. I wonder who he's writing for.
The demons. Where's the shit at? Saw that. Where's them fucking nails?
The map of Europe. Someone's written 26 million in France. It's the estimated population of France. Mortimer knows very well that France has a higher population than its neighbors. He's preparing for it to go to war and knows he can make it happen by stirring up the people. I'm standing in front of a lesson of absolute mastery in military strategy, which is absolutely spine-chilling if it turns out that Mortimer is a demon. Troops are directed towards Italy. I get the feeling that Piaggi's going to be in for a hard time. Goat skulls, chicken legs. Mortimer's interested in black magic. There! Those are the nails I was looking for. I noticed they were old and rusty, but I hadn't noticed these traces of... Could that be blood? Is it really the relic of the Holy Cross? I can hardly believe it. Who could Mortimer have locked in there? Who could Mortimer have locked in there? Feathers, pigeons probably. Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton. What on earth could that be? A Van Leeuwenhoek microscope? The most sophisticated microscope there is. When I think of the difficulty the Order had in getting hold of one of these, a chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Loot horde.
It's locked. It's locked. All right, come on. Let's get out of here. 6466, if I remember correctly. Painting. It looks unfinished. A piece by Lord Mortimer, I presume. A rather avant-garde technique. The Titan against men. How ironic.
Keep talking, I'm gonna eat you. Something. There it is. Statue. What the fuck is a statue?
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
Yes. Can you briefly describe the ground floor, please?
Very well, sir. On the ground floor, there are mainly living rooms. Sir finds himself at present in the Grand Hall. From the Grand Hall, Sir can access, on one side, the small salon where the guests like to relax with a good book. From there, Sir can access the conference room, which is closed at present for preparations. That is where Lord Mortimer likes to gather all of his guests for talks. From the other side of the Grand Hall, Sir may access the dining room. That is where Sir's meals will be served. From the dining room, Sir may benefit from an exceptional view overlooking the island. It is also the best way to access the portrait gallery, where a large part of Lord Mortimer's works are exhibited. And in the gallery, Sir will also find access to the garden. But Sir may be reassured the building is accessible on both sides, so that it surrounds the garden in question. So, Sir should not find cause to worry. No one has ever gotten lost.
Except for my mother.
Has Sir another question?
The fuck is that? Who's over there? Oh, you.
Ah, Doriche. Nice try with George Washington. You are still a little raw to be able to manipulate an old wolf like him, but what could be expected? So don't blame yourself.
You think you could have handled it?
Certainly.
What can I do for you?
I'm dreaming. My mother was right. He's not going to tell me one word about
Give
what
me a
happened to
statue.
Emily.
To tell you the truth, I'm in search of an armillary sphere. You wouldn't know where I can find it, would you?
Well, well. So you do have a passion for astronomy, eh? Von Wollner has already bored me quite enough with all of his endless stories. You ought to concentrate, Louis. Politics is an art that requires all one's attention. Refrain from spreading yourself too thin, and leave stargazing to the poets.
What can I say? I am only...
Ask Wollner. I am sure he must have it among his effects.
Perfect.
Thank you, my Lord Duke.
Leave me now.
See you later.
Alright, so Walnut. Hold on, Dito. Where's that dickhead at? That's the Hooters room.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough. Duke Manuel Godoy. Huh, that's me. Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Okay, about him.
A chest with a half-circle pattern. All right, I've retrieved everything.
Devil's Thorn.
Gotta be in here. Goddamn devil worshippers.
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. August 24th. June 11th. A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society. My dear Elizabeth, Monsieur Johann von Wollner.
Give me a statue. Ah,
An armillary sphere. Perfect. That will save me some time. I only hope that he isn't going to realize it right away. A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Oh shit. So it's not Zeus like the other one. It's gotta be a vowel. It's gotta be E. E or I. Yeah. What else you got up in here? Give me the loots.
Amber.
Alright, mute Sarah. Who the fuck is Sarah? Oh, my mother. Where was I? Oh, the guard. Now back to the guard. What is this? Alright, talk. Fuck you, dude. Blue dot? No. That's a blue dot. Hey.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of water.
Is it? I'm coming, mother. Sorry, I read you out as the killer. What are you doing? Fuck, dude. Fucking secret squirrel bullshit.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her.
It's the cross. It's fucking nailed to the cross.
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more. Why, of course. They're part of the initials I-N-R-I that you can find on the cross of Jesus at his crucifixion. If Mortimer deliberately set a trap by showing the birth of Christ, then maybe the solution is the contrary. The death of Christ in that case?
What I said.
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more.
So I have to know when Jesus died? Fucking Easter! Alexa, what day is Easter?
Easter will be on Sunday, April 4th, 2021.
It doesn't fucking help me. I know it's Jesus of Nazareth. Wasn't he killed in Jerusalem? Deduction. Bethlehem was where he was born. Nazareth? Jesus of Nazareth? Wasn't he killed in... Wasn't he killed in Jerusalem? When was Jesus born? that's how... Okay.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category. There must surely be a connection between the wheels. This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April, and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
What's up, Lady Artemis? How are you doing today, girl? I'm trying to figure out the crucifixion of Jesus Christ right now. Oh, thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm trying to figure out the crucifixion of Jesus Christ at the moment. Without cheating.
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
You streaming today? I'll be over. Well, you know I'll be over. Do this without cheating. I'm gonna lose my hand. I don't want to lose my hand either. I'm gonna cut my hand off because I don't remember when Jesus was crucified, the actual real date.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Put my hand in there yet. What's the levers? Oh no.
Let's see what combination corresponds to the chosen theme. Jesus died. I don't know if it's right or not. Oh, this is where I got The moon shadow moves from west to east. Nineteenth of Jumada al-Awwal, 639, waning gibbous.
Good. Eat it. Here we go. Am I gonna lose a hand?
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
That's how she lost her goddamn hand, isn't it? That's how she lost her damn hand. Here we go. Good luck. Ah! Son of a bitch. You suck, Jesus. I don't know when you died. Fuck. Alright, I'm out. Oh, God. This son of a bitch. I tell you. I didn't realize this was so long. I'm only halfway through it. Now I'm gonna go play some damn Overwatch.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you.